Yo, 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 what's going on out there, Fight War? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on the future Hall of Famer and two big dogs in this fight game. We have the businessman Keyshawn Davis. We all know he's the silver medalist, one of the top prospects, and up-and-coming young stars in the game. Then we have Frank the Ghost Morton, a title contender, a big dog. We all know how Frank get down. And then we have Errol the True Spence Jr., the king of the welterweight division, the WBC, the IBF, and the Super WBA unified world champion. But we all seen Errol Spence come out and let Keyshawn Davis know that, listen, you only fight tune-ups and bottom feeders. Respectfully, youngster, right? You screaming you want Frank Morton, you screaming you want this, you want that. Listen, Top Rank is still grooming you. Don't jump the gun too quick and just, trust the process on what Top Rank doing with you. You know what I mean? Errol Spence just letting them know, chill out, quit over talking, quit overreacting, you know what I mean? And wait for your turn. We all know they was on Twitter going back and forth. And, Keyshawn Davis said that he want Frank Morton. And Errol Spence just had to put him in his place to let him know that, listen, bro, you doing your little thing right now, but what you doing is against fighters you should be doing it against. Top Rank ain't put you in there heavy yet, Now, when it comes to Keyshawn Davis, right, he got to understand that EJ is Frank Morton promoter, but EJ is moving Frank Morton the way he want to move Frank Morton. And now he got Frank Morton in a position to almost fight for a world title, and he's not going to take a step back to fight you right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what Errol doing. You know what I mean? Now, Keyshawn, ain't nothing wrong, with wanting to fight top dogs out there. Salute to you. Respect to you. Your skill set is a hell of a skill set. We all know you're a silver medalist. We all know you over there training with Terrence Crawford. We know you training with Shakur Stevenson. We know they praise you high, my G. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a fan of Keyshawn Davis. I like him. Hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of him. But, he haven't fought tough competition yet. You know what I mean? Top Rank is moving him the right way, building him up before they put him in there tough. You feel me? But his time gonna come. His time gonna come. And Keyshawn Davis is a dog. Let's not get it fucked up. He is a dog. He is growing. He is doing his thing. Like I say, he's a silver medalist. But he's still learning in the game. You know what I'm saying? He's still learning in the game. And he got a little way to go. But he's getting up there to where he's gonna be able to fight the top shotters in a minute. But when it comes to the Ghost, man, when it comes to Frank Morton, the Ghost, man, we seen what he did to Michelle Rivera, who everybody thought was a big dog, and, he was going to be this, that, and the third. And I like Michelle Rivera, hell of a skill set on him. But Frank went in there and got him up out of there. You know what I mean? Went in there and made it look easy. Made it look easy. And Michelle Rivera popped. You know what I'm saying? He popped dirty. And Frank still went out there and dominated. You know what I'm saying? So Frank is putting himself in a position to fight for a world title. Keyshawn Davis on the rise. Frank Morton, you know what I mean? Look like his next opponent can be Pitbull Cruz or Rolly Romero. Somebody that's been in there that's going to move him forward. You understand what I'm saying? And Errol said Shakur Stevenson can be next for Frank. And Shakur said he was down for it. But, he trying to put Frank in a position to get a world title, not go backwards. And Frank is on the same page as EJ. But y'all know Frank ain't afraid of nothing. Y'all know Frank ain't ducking nothing. And y'all know Frank will take smoke with anybody. Anybody. You dig me? Quit playing with him. I say quit playing with him. You understand what I'm saying? Because you get into that ring with that boy and you think shit is sweet. You think your skill set is what it is. You're on the outside looking in. And then Frank turn your motherfucking ass up and give you that setback. You gonna be looking dumb. You feel me? So at the end of the day, man, Frank is in a position to I'm going to say at least one or two more fights away from a world title shot. If not one. You know what I'm saying? If not one, because that Michelle Rivera win was big time. That was big time, bro. Michelle Rivera was an up-and-coming talented fighter, putting himself in position to be a contender for a world title. You know what I'm saying? And Frank went out there and dusted him off. Dusted him off like a doormat. You feel me? Dust him off like a doormat. So you got to look at Frank and say, yeah, that boy's a problem. He's a problem. When you talk about the fighters like Javante Tank Davis, you're talking about the Ryan Garcias, you're talking about the Shakur Steves and the Devin Haney's, you got to put Frank Martin name in there as well. Or at least say he close to getting there to where you can't leave him out the hunt. And Errol doing the right thing by moving Frank the way he moving Frank. And now, like you said, Errol said he won't Shakur Stevenson, but it might not be next because we know how Top Rank get down. But for sure, I could see a Rolly or a Pitbull Cruz, somewhat of that nature, fight Frank to put him in position if he win for a world title shot. Now we know Devin is the undisputed champ, and he gonna have to vacate them titles. But when it come to Errol Spence, this ain't the first run that Errol Spence had with Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Davis always trying to throw little shots at Errol Spence and things of that nature. Not in a disrespectful way, but still throwing little shots and trying EJ like EJ somebody to be played with. You know what I'm saying? And then he always run and try to bring up Terrence Crawford for Errol Spence because, he over there in the count with Terrence Crawford. That's his big brother. That's the guy that's molding him right now. He over there with Bo Mack and things of that nature. So, he's getting that energy to be like, oh, it's Team Crawford versus Team Spence. Because he also said out of Keyshawn Davis' mouth, oh, I want to fight Frank Morton on the undercard of, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. He got to have that fight. So he's trying to put himself in position to, like I say, to make it Team Spence versus Team Crawford, which is a good idea. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I like that he talking that ish. I like that he's saying he wants all the smoke with the fighters out there. You're supposed to. You know what I mean? He ain't saying it in a disrespectful way, but at the same time, he's still been a little grimy with it. He's still been a little grimy with it. And y'all know Errol go shoot back every time. Every time. Frank go shoot back every time. Like when Keyshawn said, oh, man, Frank go get stepped on. Frank said, ain't no motherfucker getting stepped on around here. You feel me? I don't know what he talking about. So that's the heart that Frank got, bro. I'm liking this fight. I feel like this fight is going to take place down the line. Keyshawn Davis, Frank Martin is going to be one of them fights that take place down the line. And it's going to be one hell of a fight, bro. Going to be one hell of a fight. Like I said, Keyshawn Davis do have a hell of a skill set on him. The kid is a silver medalist, talented as hell, take his job very serious. He's hungry, very outspoken, right? He could talk his ass off. And in this game, you got to be like that. You got to know how to mix up and get in there and get dirty, not just in the ring, but outside the ring, the press conference and things like that. Then start mixing your name in with the cats that's on the rise or the big dogs that's up there to, make a buzz for yourself. And that's what Keyshawn Davis doing. He's making a buzz for himself, talking out the side of his neck sometimes, but at the same time talking direct. You feel me? Talking direct. He told Shakur Stevenson, please, Shakur, please, man, let me get him. Shakur was like, shit, you can have him, bro. But I just want to let Errol Spence know that I'm with all the smoke and I ain't ducking nothing. Never ran from nothing and never will. So this generation that's coming up, man, these boys hungry. These boys hungry and these boys want it. But like I say, Frank ain't ducking nothing. Frank ain't afraid of nothing. Frank can get in there with anybody. But, Frank trying to become a world champion. So he's on a hunt to get him a title. And he's staying the course. You know what I'm saying? He's staying the course. Him and EJ got a plan. They going through with that plan. They executing until they get into that position to get that world title shot for Frank to get his opportunity to try to create history. You know what I'm saying? And go down in the history books. Straight like that, bro. So we'll see how this thing play out in the future. Once again, Errol Spence letting Keyshawn Davis know, listen, Top Rank is feeding you bottom feeders right now, man. You ain't fighting no tough competition yet. You feeling yourself because you're going to not getting these wins on these dudes you're supposed to beat. But when that competition rise up, we go see if you can step up to the plate and look the same as before. Because when the competition changes, you got to continue to keep that same mojo and keep that same energy. I think Keyshawn Davis will, but once you get yourself in position to fight Frank Martin, it's going to be one hell of a fight, and I can't wait. Shouts out to EJ. Can't wait to see you back in the ring. Shouts out to Frank. Can't wait to see you back in the ring. And shouts out to Keyshawn Davis. Can't wait to see you back in the ring. Let's see how this thing play out. Until then, it's your boy Monty's the NSBC moving and nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. You want to donate OG Money on Cash App. TreyHunter52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend that subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. big dog status, family.